Hi, good morning. How are you all doing? Now, we're going straight into it. The Police and Crime Commissioner. There was an extraordinary meeting. Give us a second, I'll pull it up for you. That happened yesterday. I would like to have done it live, but was unable to simply because of good old migraines, unfortunately. But here we are. This is the meeting that happened yesterday. This is the agenda for the extraordinary meeting. So we have a few names in there that I recognize. We'll find out in a minute how many of them are actually reform. Now, I don't know why, what was her name? Sarah, wasn't it? Sarah Taylor, wasn't she the last crime commissioner? I do not know why she resigned. I haven't even read up on why she resigned. Don't really care, which is why I haven't taken a look. I do know that this chap, let me show you. There we go. This is the one we need. This chap, Matthew Taylor, who was elected on the 11th of May 2026. His division is Sturlam and he's Conservative. He is also the new chair to North Norfolk District Council as well. He's taken on that role. And the last I read, he was putting himself forward for the job of commissioner. We also have the MP, Steph Acrone, who is basically saying let's not spend $2 million to do the election for the next crime commissioner. Didn't realise that actually cost that much. What I do know, actually, if we take a look at what a crime commissioner is actually for, let me just get rid of a few of these pages. And we will have a look at this page. Now, this is going to explain a few things to us, which I'm quite happy with. So about the panel, the Norfolk Police and Crime Panel, the panel, which will be known as, has established to maintain and check and balance on the performance of the Police and Crime Commissioner. On the performance of the Police and Crime Commissioner. I thought that was all about the check and balance of the performance of the police, but let's carry on. Meeting formally around 4 times a year, the panel will examine and make recommendations on various aspects of the Commissioner's activity. In particular, must review the Commissioner's draft police and crime plan, review the Commissioner's review the Commissioner's proposed council tax precept for the financial year. Didn't know they did that. Confirm proposed Chief Constable and Senior Officer appointments. Review any proposal by the panel to call on the Chief Constable to retire or resign. Deal with conduct complaints against the PCC. Composition. The panel is a joint committee. We do have the Broadland District Council Planning Committee. Watch now live. No, we're not. We're doing this one. The panel panel is a joint committee of the County Council, Borough, City and District Councils. It must consist of 10 councillors, at least one from each authority, and 2 independent members, not councillors, co-opted by the panel. Independent members. Breckland District Council, Broadland District Council, Great Yarmouth Borough Council, Kings Lynn and West Norfolk Borough Council, North Norfolk District Council, Norwich City Council and South Norfolk District Council. Will each appoint 1 councillor. Norfolk County Council will appoint 3 councillors, picking up as far as possible the requirement to ensure political balance across the county. Panel arrangements, public question times. I will put this in the comment section so you can take a look for yourself. Let's do that now. Here you go. That page that I've just posted is what we are taking a look at right now. What we can't do, we can't question action taken by the PCC simply because you don't agree with it, such as policy decision or funding decision. We don't have the legal power to deal with complaints against any of the following: the Chief Constable, police officers or police staff, the Police and Crime Commissioner, support staff or Chief Executive, or independent custody visitors. More information, news. When it's met on the 27th of April, the panel approved publication of its annual report. Letter to the Home Secretary. Review of the precept. The money that is obviously letter to Home Secretary. So there's quite a bit. And it all dates back. So police and crime annual report. Let's take a look at that. I'm not sure if I can take you with me. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Can I share the screen? Let's see. Yay! That's a yes. Okay, I'll just get rid of that page. Get rid of a few pages here, otherwise we'll be having pages coming out of our ears. So this is the report from 25 to 26. Again, I will now pop that in. I'll pop that in there. So the second that I've just pasted in there is the report. Hopefully you can click on that and that'll download it for you. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look. 1 of 5 pages, Police and Crime Panel Annual Report. This is the 7th annual report of the Norfolk Police and Crime Panel, the panel, which was established in 2012 in compliance with the Police Reform and Social Responsibility Act 2011. I put myself in for something to do with the police, but I can't remember what year that was, but just a mind blur. The report covers the panel's activity during the year. The Police and Crime Commissioner for Norfolk, the Commissioner, has responsibility for securing an efficient and effective police force for the area, setting objectives and the budget for Norfolk Police Force, and holding the Chief Constable to account. In addition, the Commissioner has a duty to bring together Norfolk's community safety and criminal justice. My God, it's a mouthful. Make sure local priorities. Sorry, I missed a line, haven't I? In addition, the Commissioner has a duty to bring together Norfolk's community safety and criminal justice partners to make sure local priorities are joined up, provided support services for victims of crime, and get communities involved in keeping Norfolk safe. They may also commission services which contribute to the police and crime plan. Now, I'm not sure about any of you, but I have definitely noticed in some of the live recordings up and down the countries of different riots and things that are kicking off in the country, there's been one or two police officers that have been slightly heavy-handed, not de-escalated anything at all, and gone in with their foot. So I'm kind of hoping this gets dealt with under this part of a commissioner. I'd like to think so. But then didn't it say on the other page that it doesn't need to come back to that? The panel's role is to challenge and support the work of the Commissioner. It also has a role in handling complaints about the Commissioner's conduct and confirming appointments the Commissioner makes to key posts, including the Chief Constable and senior members of staff. Just like to say hello. We are just going through the Norfolk crime and police and crime extraordinary meeting that happened yesterday. And because it was an extraordinary meeting, that's why we're going to pay close attention to it, because the Crime Commissioner resigned. So we're just going over old ground at the moment. So who's who? These were obviously the people that had the membership there. Let's have a look at some of the names. A lot of these, I don't think, are sitting anymore because they didn't get voted in the last election. So, yeah, a few names not quite there anymore. So the panel met formally 4 times during 2025-2026. To summarise below, to consider the Commissioner's proposed police precepts, the amount that individual contribute to police budget through the council tax. I don't think I have the latest, not in this room anyway, of what the price that we are paying, unfortunately. But let's keep going. The panel voted to support the Commissioner's proposed maximum increase in the police precept for 26-27. To inform our decision, the Commissioner provided comprehensive information to support her proposal. This includes an outline of the budget and financial impact of the 26-27 precept proposal, her medium-term financial plan 26-27 to 29-10 to 2029-10. It's meant to be 30, 2029 to 2030, maybe, including the capital programme, together with details of the various financial strategies that she is required to publish, as well as the result of her public consultation. A view from the Chief Constable was also provided. Sorry, missed the line. A view from the Chief Constable was also included, having asked the Commissioner questions about the information provided and examined her proposal alongside public expectations of policing and the pressure facing the force. The panel voted to endorse the increase. In doing so, the panel phrased its view that the maximum allowed increase was necessary to help remedy the shortfall arising from government's funding settlement and protect policing services in Norfolk. You can read the letter from the panel. There, I have put this into the box, haven't I? Yeah, the downloaded report. So if there's anything I miss, you can go on to that link, click it, and read for yourself. But I'm just going to crack on a little bit further. The panel also agreed that the chair should write on behalf to the Home Secretary to support both the PCC and the Chief Constable. Given Norfolk's size and rural nature, the panel was concerned that the county appears to have been disproportionately affected by the grant settlement and therefore called the government to address this. Its request that when further details of the police reform white paper were released, that the responsibilities placed on policing, a lot of P's going on here, isn't there? Placed on policing were matched with appropriate resources, and that forces were supported to invest in new technology that can be modernized, that can modernize the service, boosting productivity, improving public service delivery, and providing better value for taxpayers. Did anyone read that report recently that a police officer has been put on, well, I guess desk duty while it's been investigated because they used AL to find evidence in a case? AL. So, and there was also that other chap, wasn't there, up north somewhere, that I think resigned because he used AI to help within his police force. So I'm guessing when they are talking about new technology, they are also being mindful of AI. We can only hope, really, can't we? Okay, to monitor delivery of the current Police, Crime and Commissioner Safety Plan. We're just going to go through these three: to hold a confirmation hearing to scrutinise any senior appointments proposed to the Commissioner; 4, to review and scrutinise actions and decisions taken by the Commissioner; to handle conduct complaints relating to the Commissioner. I find that really odd. I didn't realise that you could complain about the Commissioner, because I didn't think the Commissioner was in that sort of job role to complain for. Especially, you see, this is what I need to learn a little bit more of how this works on this side. Panel develop. Members appointed to the panel get together at the beginning of each year before the annual general meeting for introduction training about our roles and functions, so that would certainly help. For those continuing in their position, this is an opportunity to refresh their knowledge and share experience. Additional briefings have also been provided in advance. Excuse me 1 second. And there we go. Additional briefings have been provided in advance for specific functions, such as consideration of the Commissioner's precept proposals. I have not seen where the proposal is yet of price, and I really don't want to go through my paperwork to find out what that was. It's in one of two places. The Commission has regular public meetings to hold the Chief Constable to account for Norfolk's policing service. Never knew that. These are held in public and people are welcome to attend and observe. Never knew that. Members of the public also to submit their policing and crime questions to be answered by the Chief Constable and other senior officers at the meeting. More information on how to submit questions and guidance and attendance is available at the Commissioner's website. Details of other meetings and events are also available. Well, I'll definitely look into that, that's for sure. Home Office grants. The Home Office provides a grant of up to £64,340 to Norfolk County Council to maintain a police and crime panel for the police force area. This is to cover the cost of administration, including support staff, specialist advice, recruitment of independent members, subscription to the Eastern Region Panel Network, and members' expenses, including cost of travel to attend panel meetings, regional network meetings, and national conferences, as well as any delegate fees. £64,000 for the year. Now, is Reform really going to look at that and think, oh, we can slash some of that? If it works and it's not broken, don't touch it. That's my thought on it. Okay, let's just go through. We've got the police reform paper here. Do I want to click it? How long do you think I want to sit here for? I can always do that on another day. Oh, right, that is the last. Let's just have a little click on it, shall we? Let's see how. Let me take you with me. Oh, you are with me. Oh, that's good. Right. I don't think I'm going to click on any of these, but it does show. I'm guessing some of this is Welsh. If that's not Welsh, I do apologise, but that looks. Don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and I'm going to put that also in the little comment box. And please, if you do have any questions or can answer any of mine, please type away. But yes, that is, yeah, from local to national, a new model for policing. But we are not going to take a look at that today. Definitely not. Right, what we are now going to do is move on to, let me just get rid of that. We are now going to move on to the agenda of the meeting, which is this one right here. So this is the meeting from yesterday that we're going to go through. To receive apologies of absence, members declare any interest. Yeah, that seems normal. Appoint of an acting police and crime commissioner. Exclusion of the public. We'll see what happens. Appointment of acting police and crime commissioner. Very odd, isn't it? Right, have I placed that agenda in? Probably not. Give me a second. Okay. Just give me a second, because it's a very, very long link. Copy. This is a long one. Okay. The link I am now put up is hopefully the agenda link. I think I've got it all. Right. Let's click on to the meeting. So this is yesterday's meeting, like I said. Let's just click that off. Click that one out. Right, are you ready? Right, let's start. Seems to have been running for 18 minutes. Wowzers. Oh my God.
Good morning, everyone. Is the live feed now working, please? Thank you. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming, and welcome to this extraordinary meeting of the Norfolk Police and Crime Panel. My name is Sarah Buttikoffer. I'm currently the Vice Chair of the panel and in the chair for this meeting. Before we continue, I will go over some general housekeeping rules. This meeting is being held in person at County Hall and is also being streamed live on the County Council's YouTube channel. The recording will be available to view afterwards. Under the Council's protocol on the use of media equipment at meetings held in public, this meeting may be filmed, recorded or photographed. Anyone wishing to do so must inform me and ensure that it is done in a way that is clearly visible to everyone present. The wishes of any individual not to be recorded or filmed must be appropriately respected.
Yeah, well, you know I don't.
A fire alarm test is not expected during the meeting. If the alarm sounds, we must evacuate County Hall. In the event of an emergency, please make your way to the nearest exit and to meet at the muster point located on the main car park.
I can't believe this is only 18 minutes long.
Thank you. So we'll now move into the meeting. And do we have any apologies, please?
Thank you. Apologies today received from Martin Schmierer, substituted by Jenny Knight, Sue Catchpole and her substitute Paul Arbour, Kay Mason-Billig and her substitute Daniel Elmer, and Stacey Palmer. If I could also just highlight an update to the panel membership since the publication of the agenda, Councillor Lee Jarvis has been appointed name substitute for Councillor Dee Hilton. Thank you.
Thank you. Do any members have declarations of interest, please, on today's agenda? Thank you. Right. So turning now to item 3, the appointment of an acting Police and Crime Commissioner. The Police and Crime Commissioner for Norfolk, Sarah Taylor, submitted her resignation from office on Thursday, the 4th of June this year, rendering the office of Police and Crime Commissioner vacant. While an election will take place on the 16th of July, the panel has a duty to appoint an acting commissioner in these circumstances.
16th of July.
The report sets out the panel's role and includes the succession plan put in place by the Commissioner's Office, which identifies the Chief Executive, Mark Stokes, as the member of staff to be appointed as acting Commissioner. Would any members of the panel like to ask questions, please? Thank you.
Morning, Mark. I just wanted to ask you whether you had any views on conflict of interest, so thinking about your current role as Chief Exec and kind of taking this temporary role, whether you consider there to be any conflicts of interest there and how you might deal with those.
Okay, thank you, and good morning, members. In terms of conflict of interest, I don't see that, and I can explain why. I feel that Over this 4-week period, we'll be very much focused on preparing for the election. We're already setting plans, preparing for candidates to come in and see us so we can support them through their electoral process and then working through the induction process thereafter. If there are any key decisions that come up around key commissioning of services, then we will look at them. But my intention is to place most of those key political issues on hold until such time we get a new Police and Crime Commissioner in. So my role very much will be around procedure, governance, and making sure that we are best planned for a new PCC when they come into office. So that's how we plan to do it.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, team. With regards to moving over temporarily to the PCC role, would you have an acting chief exec or would you cover both roles for that period?
If the term was longer, this is a period of 4 weeks, and we're already in pre-election. What you see here today is my senior management team, very experienced team. So for the purpose of the 4-week period, we will work together and ensure that we are well prepared for the election, which is the key driver for us. So there'll be no acting roles. We will work just together as key officers.
Thank you. Councillor Knight.
Thank you, Chair. Due to the increase in responsibility of becoming the Acting Police and Crime Commissioner, would you expect to see a change in remuneration during your caretaker period?
Very easy answer to that, Councillor Knight, no. This is very much a short-term interim arrangement where we'll be focused on the election and the induction process thereafter.
Thank you. Any more questions? Sorry, Councillor Martin, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Just wanted to ask what support will be in place to support you to undertake this role, and do you think, do you feel confident the structure can absorb any of the changes that was going to happen in this time period?
Thank you. That's a really good question. I think Norfolk, as an officer of the Police and Crime Commission, have been very blessed. We have an outstanding team that support the Police and Crime Commissioner. As I say, my senior management team are very experienced, and we're supported by a number of subject matter experts as well. So in terms of this interim process, I think we're well supported. The team are fully briefed, and we're all working towards supporting candidates through their electoral process and thereafter. So from our perspective, we're very comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Weston.
Thank you. Just a quick question. Will the current police and crime plan that's in place still be executed upon, or is there any parts of that have to be on hold during this interim?
Okay, thank you. The current police and crime plan is still in place. Clearly, when we get to the other side of the election and we have a new Police and Crime Commissioner, we will go out to public consultation and work with that Commissioner in terms of development of a new plan. So current services that are currently provided under the Commission through the current plan, we continue to support them. We've reached out to all our key partners, key stakeholders and Commission services to ensure that they're comfortable that this is very much an interim period and business as usual. Clearly, if there are any bigger commissioning decisions to be made around the police and crime, they will be placed on hold until such time a new commissioner comes in. So we're seeing it very much as business as usual. Okay.
Business as usual.
Are there any more questions from the panel? Appears not. So if we now look at the recommendations, we have 2 recommendations that we're asked to make this morning. One is to appoint Mark Stokes, Chief Executive of the OPCCN, to the position of Acting Commissioner, and the other is to agree that for the period the Acting Commissioner is in office, the panel should change its delegation of the initial handling of conduct complaints in relation to the Commissioner to the Deputy Monitoring Officer. So if we take them one at a time, let's take the first recommendation, please, to appoint Mark Stokes to the position of Acting Commissioner. All those in favour, please. Thank you very much. That's unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank you, members. That's really appreciated.
Mark Stokes.
And we move to recommendation 2.
Hang on. Oh, sorry. Bad pause there. Who is Mark Stokes? Let's just try and figure that one out. He doesn't come up on the Norfolk County website as a councillor. So we are going to look. Bear with me. If I can spell. Right, temporary North. Right, here we go. Let's find out who he is. Allow all cookies, considering what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just going to have a quick look at who this guy is. So he's going to be temporary over the next 4 weeks. Let's have a look. Every Police and Crime Commissioner is required by law to appoint a Chief Executive. Mark joined the Office of Police and Crime Commissioner over Norfolk as Chief Executive on the 21st of October 2013, following a successful career spanning over 28 years in local government. Shame it wasn't local police. I don't understand why there's no police people in these roles. It's always fucking councillors, excuse my French. Anyway, his previous roles include interim chief executive, corporate director, and more recently the shared deputy chief executive of Breckland, Norfolk and South Holland District Council, Lincolnshire. Have we not got anyone good enough local? Fucking hell. Anyway, Mark has significant experience in collaboration, business transformation, finance and corporate governance. He has represented his respective organisations in national, regional and local forums, and is an accredited peer review officer specialising in shared services for the Local Government Association, the LGA. The Chief Executive salary band is £105,000 to £115,000 a year. Mark had no expenses between 2019 and 2024, and in June 2025, one rail travel expense from Norwich to Ipswich return, totalling £34.59. Okay, I'm liking you. No Kit Kats on his expenditure, no duck pond, no electricity for his whole shed. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Right, so this guy is going to be doing the next 4 weeks. I imagine all of this is his details. What I am going to do is I'm going to share that in the comment section. So if you want yourselves to take a look, click on a few things, find out a little bit more about him, because in case he does end up going forward to being the crime commissioner, we might need to know a lot about him. All right, so that's Mark Stokes. Right, let's go back to the meeting and
to agree that for the period of the Acting Commissioner, that the Acting Commissioner is in office, the panel shall change its delegation of the initial handling of conduct complaints to the Deputy Monitoring Officer. All those in favour, please. Again, unanimous. Thank you very much, panel. Right, so we don't have to exclude the press and public. I think before we finish this meeting, we should just put on record our thanks to the outgoing Police and Crime Commissioner and wish her well following her sudden departure.
Very sudden.
And thank her for her service to the public. Thank you very much
I think
indeed,
it was only
everyone.
last year, wasn't it?
That concludes the meeting.
Okay, so that's the extraordinary meeting that happened yesterday to do with the crime panel. That's what we have just watched. So we have Mark Stokes as the acting commissioner until the 16th of July, which is, 4 weeks away. Do we know who else is being put forward apart from, what's that chap's name? Oh, it's gone. Hang on, let me find him. The name, Matthew Taylor. Matthew Taylor, the Conservative. He is certainly one that I've seen to go forward. Like I say, he is also the chair of District Council, Norfolk District Council. What do we know about him? I don't know. Shall we give him a quick Google? Matthew Taylor. Right, let's see what comes up. Here we go. There we go, I found him. Hopefully his address isn't on here. I do agree that home addresses do not need to be anywhere. I know that on the last election, with some of the forms, I noticed that there were some councillor home addresses on there, and I don't agree to it. I really don't. I think their home addresses should be taken off all of that. They've got a right to privacy, which is their home life, but as a councillor, they don't have a right of privacy when it comes to their job and how they do what they do, their expenses, the rest of it. But let's hope his address isn't on this screen. All right, let's take a look. So Matthew Taylor. Oh, he's also vice chair of the council. I would imagine the county council. What council? Vice chair of the council. Don't know. Party Conservative, Ward Stellham. Other council representing this ward is Kevin Bays. Oh, fuck's sake. See what I mean? His address does not need to be on there. His contact information being his email address, telephone number, but not his home address. I don't agree to it. The fact that anybody can now go on this page and find out for themselves, there you go. But what we are going to do is take a look at his attendance. Let's see how good he's been. So far, 100% in attendance once. Present. And he's expected on the 17th in council. When is the 17th? What date is it today? Actually, the 17th today, isn't it? So there is a meeting this evening at 6 o'clock. Shall we find out? Are you still with me? Good. I never know if it clicks over. So we do have a meeting this evening. I think it is, I think by the looks of those names, it's district council. I think it's a district council meeting this evening, by the looks of that. Let's just go back one. And let's just go back one again. Declaration of meetings, interest. See, mobile number, business number, email. You see, that's what needs to be on there. So I think it would be nice across the board for their addresses to be taken off, but also DBS checks to be done. So this is what he's on. He's on the Sullen Ward Council. He's on the Development Committee, Licensing Committee of Premises and Gambling, Licensing Subcommittee. Well, he certainly likes his Licensing Committee there, doesn't he? Planning Policy and Built Heritage Working Party. Oh, and that seems to be it. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that one and see if he does come forth and become our next crime commissioner. But Mark Stokes, he seems to know what he's talking about, so maybe he should be crime commissioner. We shall see. Right, I think that is pretty much everything for the time being. Let me just check the agenda of what we have just watched. No, nothing here that I can see. You probably can't see this page. I do apologize, but right now we're going to leave it there. So that is yeah, that's today's meeting. Catch you later.